Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. For today's project, I'm going to be using this adorable napkin. Look how sweet she is, this little pig. She has strawberries and a flower up on her head and that pretty polka dot bow around her neck. And I'm going to be putting it on this wicker plate. I guess these are used maybe for picnics. You put a paper plate on it when you're eating outside. I find these at resale stores for pennies. I really like them. I've used them before. I've even painted them. They paint up really nice. You could spray paint them or just use acrylic paint, whatever you have on hand. But I'm going to leave it the way it is today. I'm going to be putting her on the back of this plate, and we'll turn her into a wall hanging. So I'm also going to be using this lace. Isn't that beautiful? The colors are so pretty. It just reminds me of like a country type theme. I think it's going to be real pretty around the plate. We'll see. Well, we're going to give it a try. And then I'll use a jute hanger to put on there. So I already went ahead and I cut one out. I have her all ready to adhere, but I want to show you how I did that. I want to get rid of as much weight around it as I possibly can. So let me just bring you down here, and I'm going to show you just a little bit. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Now, again, the plies have been taken off. This napkin was from one of the members of my craft group that I belong to on Facebook. And I tell you, if you are new to decoupage or not, I really recommend that you look at some of the napkin groups that are out there. It's a wonderful community of women and some men. We trade napkins, we trade ideas. So take a look, just Google napkin groups and there'll be several of them that come up. But anyway, so I'm going to be using my water brush for some of this, and I'm just going to go around my image. Now, you could cut this with scissors if you want to, but then you get a straight line. And with using this method, it looks like a little more like fussy at the end, little frayed, and that's really what we're going for here. We want that to blend in to our little plate. So then I found that, now I could tear this if I want, it tears very easily, but what I found recently are these piercing and scoring tools, and I'm going to use this pointed edge here, and I'm going to pull my napkin apart using that. I tend to get very heavy-handed with this little water brush, and the napkin absorbs the water very quickly, and sometimes without even realizing it, I'm pulling my image off also. So I found that this helps me to get close and not rip it so easily anyway. I'm not saying that I haven't, but it's a lot less. So this is how I do this. Let me get rid of, just gonna pull some of this off. Okay, and so you can see there's a little bit of a fray there. And then I take my emery board and I just use the tip of it, and I'll get rid of some of those. I don't mind little flaws in my projects. This is for me, and if there's flaws in it, that's perfectly fine. I think it brings the uniqueness to it, as long as it's nothing drastic, of course. But this is what I'm doing. Now we don't want the straight edge here either, so we will just, this is when these brushes come in handy. We just want a little bit of this off, and I'm going to use this tool again. It took me quite a while to do the one earlier, trying to get into some of these tight spaces over here. That's why I did it off camera, just so that I have it ready. And I'll show you the pieces that I missed too. Like I said, if it isn't perfect, that's fine. It's perfectly imperfect. That's just fine with me. And then again, I'll just take this and get rid of some of these other little frayed edges. My other problem is I lose my, well, I don't lose my patience, but I don't have a lot of patience after a while for these very detailed things. I know people that can sit and cut and do all this and they love it, and it's really not for me. So, but here we go. I'm not going to finish this. I'm just going to show you the difference, the straight line, and then that a little bit that we took off. So that's basically what I do to get rid of a lot of the white that I don't want. I just want the image on here. So I'm going to set this aside, and let me just put these things away. And I will show you. Now, I did the very best I could with her, but as you can see over here, I'm not able to get into there. Some of that green I ended up pulling off, and I thought I'm just going to stop before I pull the whole thing off. But I think it's going to be fine. I'm not going to worry about that. Like I said, this is for me. So now I'm going to do this on the back because I have this pretty lace border here that I want to put around it. So I'm going to be putting this on the back. I'm going to position my little pig here. And okay, I just have my gloss Mod Podge. You can use matte or gloss, whichever you'd like. And I'll put a light coat down just so that I could get it to stick. I love doing wicker. I really love to be able to see the napkin when it gets into all these little crevices. It just becomes part of it. It's really pretty. I like doing baskets in the spring. And they're so nice outdoors. You can use them outside. You just need to spray them with clear coat. A few coats of clear coat, and you can use them outside. Okay, so let's put this little girl on here and get her started. And I'm just going to push lightly right now. Baskets are another thing I pick up at the resale stores too. I try to look for ones that are already white, but they can be spray painted very easily. Bit under here. Okay, so now I'm going to go over this. Let me just see about, yep. Let me just put some there too. Okay. And now I'm going to be going over the top of it. I'm pressing just a little bit harder now. We have another cold, rainy day here today in Wisconsin. They're calling for ice later and snow tomorrow. So I've been off all week on spring break. We go back on Monday, so hopefully it won't be snowing when I go back Monday, but it was a good week to get things done inside. Not much spring here yet, although yesterday was nice. It did get a little bit warmer, and when I say warmer, I mean like 50 something degrees, mid 50s, which here that's warm right now. So okay, so we have a nice coat here on the top, and I'm getting in those crevices, making sure that my ends are down real good. And you know, another tip is use your fingers. You can just dip your fingers in and push it down real well, get it in the crevices. Nothing wrong with that. I do that quite often. Okay, I'm going to try to dry this up so we can get rid of some of the Mod Podge that's showing through. So I'm sorry if I'm going to use my little heating tool. Sorry for the noise. And you can already tell, you could already tell here as this dries, the difference. Okay, I know she's not completely dry, but I am gonna stop right there. So this is what we have so far. Look at how pretty the strawberries are. I love the color. It's nice and adhered. Okay, so there we go. There's our beautiful little cow. I am gonna start putting this pretty ribbon on. Oops, or lace, I should say. And it's gonna go around here. So let's see. This lace is so pretty. Little backstory on the lace. My mom was a crafter, and she used to make some, it was with potpourri and little plastic, like hearts. They were a good size, little hearts. She would put potpourri in them, and she would use this type of lace as a trim. And they were so pretty. But, boy, I took all her crafting supplies after she passed, and she has so many beautiful colors of this lace. So I'm very happy when I find something that I can use it on. Lots of webs here. Let me get rid of all that. almost to the end. Okay, so there she is. Still have glue. I'm going to put a little hanger on the back of her. Won't do it. Let me move you back up. Okay, so there we have our beautiful little cow, our pretty lace. We have a hanger. And that's it for today's project. Thank you so much for joining me. If this is the first time you've stopped, I welcome you and I thank you so much. If you are subscribed to my channel, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you real soon. Bye for now.